Yeah. Okay, let me get a bigger picture. Gotcha. Whew. All right. So we are starting to record. Excellent. So good morning, everyone. Today is Adat Reim's Tuesday, Adat Reim's meditation Minyan. My name is Hinda Sachs, and thank you so much for joining us either in person or on Zoom, and perhaps on a recording later on. So for today, because it's pretty obvious next week for most of us, I think, to know that next week is Passover. And I got to thinking about the song Dayenu, because our granddaughter, when she was like 3 years old after Passover Seder, said at least 3 or 4 years ago, said, our son told us that she was running around the house singing Dayenu, Dayenu, didn't know the tune and didn't know any other words to say, but was having just the best time. So I thought today's topic, Dayenu, would be a good one. And I call it Dayenu, an exercise in gratitude. So here we go. So when commenting on a blessing in our lives, it's rare to hear people say, it's enough. And that's what Dayenu means. When it comes to goodness, let's face it, most of us would like to have more. We want an abundance of happiness, and sometimes think of it as our due. But immediately after the Exodus story from Egypt in the Haggadah, we start to sing a 15-stanza song, Dayenu. It would be enough. It's a catchy tune and invariably one that makes us jubilant and even a little grateful that the Passover story is coming to an end. Tightly constructed Dayenu dates back to the early medieval period in the 9th century. The 15 stanzas may mimic the 15 psalms or songs of ascent, climbing in holiness and significance. There are 3 parts to this song, each part 5 stanzas. The first of the 5 stanzas have to do with leaving Egypt, along with the ultimate and most awful plague, death of the firstborn, that signaled a real step toward freedom and forthcoming justice. The next 5 stanzas focus on the wilderness experience and unique miracles for the Israelites from God during this transitional period. They concern the parting of the Red Sea, being led through the dry land, with the Egyptian pursuers drowned in the chase. It is there they give thanks to God for giving them manna, heaven's bread, to survive the coming 40-year hard years. As we ascend into holiness, the final 5 stanzas express more gratitude. Shabbat, Sinai, the Torah, Israel, and the temple, all of which are the staples of spiritual life and many of the foundations of Judaism. At the end of the Seder, the song Dayenu reviews the Passover story, one of interconnectedness of our blessings. By breaking each gift into its multiple parts and then putting them back together, we can experience the awe of our good fortune and the myriad ways in which God has shown us kindness. This is the lesson of gratitude that we repeat each year at Passover. It reminds us of the fullness of life. It turns what we already have into enough and even more. As we know, Passover will begin next week, and we know it's going to be a different one this year. Loved ones may not be joining us. However, new ones might share our table instead. We may decide to try a different Haggadah to accommodate our children, or perhaps add another song or two that feels more meaningful. And lastly, as we now know, the world keeps moving and changing and evolving in fast ways, and oftentimes in incomprehensible ways. Even though things may look and feel different this coming Passover, change itself can offer an opportunity to create fresh and more personal material that might be of help for us to feel more of a connection with ourselves and others at the Seder table. No matter how you're celebrating, if you choose, this year's holiday of Passover, I will be suggesting in today's meditation a way to practice opening up to a new verse to this familiar song by offering your own Dayenu. So let's give this a try by starting to make ourselves comfortable, as always, in an erect seat and using whatever support you need. When ready, slowly lowering your gaze or closing your eyes. And notice the physical body that you've brought to today's meditation. Notice any tension that you may be holding. And then allow your breath to move with ease in and out, to perhaps allow you to release some of this tension. Just be in this moment with your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Breath by breath. And now to help you create your own personal verse to Dayenu, here's a suggestion you might try. Think of first something that you are truly grateful for in this past year. Keep it easy. It doesn't need to be big. Small things will count too. Now listen, please, to the following sentence. It would have been enough if, fill in the blank with your feeling of gratitude, and then add the words, but also, and fill in the blank with another portion. Finally saying, Dayenu. Here's an example that resonated with me. It would have been enough if I had found a yoga studio only 10 minutes from my home in this past year, but also meeting some new and talented teachers as a result. Dayenu. Here's one more. It would have been enough if our neighbors had stopped by with their 2 little girls and 2 big dogs for a visit, but also brought along some chocolates that Dayton, Ohio is noted for. Dayenu. So to sum up, this exercise is, first, say to yourself, it would have been enough. Fill in the blank with something you feel gratitude for. Then the words, but also, adding one more element of appreciation, punctuated by Dayenu. You will have the next 10 minutes or so on the meaning of Dayenu for you. Enjoy. Hello, my friends, again. Begin to bring yourselves back to the room you're in as you slowly awaken your body, moving fingers and toes, deepening your breath, and opening your eyes when ready. Thank you so much for sharing your time today with us, and I'm hoping that you might share some of your Dainus with family, friends, or even strangers, expressing your gratitude. So this ends our session or meeting today, and hopefully we will see you again sometime soon. Bye-bye now.